My son is waiting for me at the junction. And I said, Lord, what do you mean? He said, you know what I'm talking about. So I saw this chariot. They were coming with a flame of fire. And it was coming, and it was coming down, not so fast, not so slow.
Welcome to the moment of truth. Prophet Abel T Boma confirmed the prophecy of two men going home very soon. I don't know if they are going home, but they are going to exit this world very soon. So he explained in his own words, but let me give you the background of this man that is talking, this prophet. He was very active during the Nigerian presidential election. He is a defender of Chariot. He also told us that God told him that Chariot is clean. Yeah, he prophesied concerning the Nigerian celebrity. You see, his prophecy, he even do prophesy against Nigeria, say shocking thing will happen. Then he told us while his prophecy was failed during the election. So he had done so many things. And he's a spiritual son. Guess what? Of David Ibiome. So he's a grandson of David Oyedepo. So let's hear what he has to say in his own word. Please watch to the end. Stay tuned.
But this chariot is coming down. A lot of angels on these chariots, and with a horn. Is it a horn? A trumpet that was blowing, and there is I saw what they call the rainbow. I saw the rainbow, and the rainbow came. And the rainbow came, and it was still coming. And I said, Lord, who is this person that you have come to pick? And the Lord began to show me so many youths. I began to see so many youths. These youths were there watching, and the man came from the back. And the Lord came, and the man came from the back, followed by the angels, one of the chariots. And they drove him from the back, and he came out, and they opened the door of the chariot. And he turned his back, and he waved his hands slowly to the people of Nigeria. And I said, Lord, I thought you said you have given this man more extension. And the Lord said, no, I have to take him. He has submitted his scroll, which you have spoken for so many times. And I saw this man join the chariot, and it was closed. And when he was about to leave, in that vision I was standing. It looks like a robe, like a white robe that fell. And I stretched my hand, and I took that white robe, and I tied it on my waist, so very tight. And when I tied it in that vision, I was electrocuted. And I began to look at my hand. It looks like a thundering light. And I began to look at my hand. It becomes like a wind. And the Lord said, look forward. While I was looking, I saw other youths begin to tap something from this man that was leaving. And so many things fell out from him. The people that was able to pick out something that is falling from the chariot, the Lord said, those are the people who have an open heart towards my kingdom, towards my people, towards my blessing, and towards my expansion. And I found out some people were also wearing helmets. Some people were wearing shoes. Some people were wearing clothes. Some people were just wearing so many things, because as this man of God was inside the chariot, as he was leaving, his body, the clothes he was wearing was pulling out. So when it looks like they were burning, and when they were burning, falling, some of the clothes became very big to fit in to the ones that was looking up to him. Thank you, Father. And I picked the rope, and it looks like a staff, but when I looked at it very well, it was a Bible I was holding, and I turned to the people and I said, let us go. So
This description of this man, prophet, does not fit any of these men on earth, because God doesn't reward evil. No way God will reward evil like this. It is impossible. Let's hear the next one.
many people will not know the meaning of that was leaving. I saw another chariot coming back, and I was like, oh Lord, but it's the same that has left. Why the same coming back? And the Lord said, no, they are different chariots. He said, there are chariots in heaven, not one. And I saw another one coming, and this one that was coming looks very, very big. It was bigger than the one that left. And the Lord said, this is the weight of my servant. And while we were there waiting for the next person, the person walked from behind, and that one was smiling. He was touching the face of people. He was touching the face of people. He was touching people. He was touching people. And that one, while he was leaving, and I saw birds, white birds, perching on everyone's head. They were just touching on people. And the Lord said, my spirit is upon the youth. And it was moving so fast. The birds were just hanging on people's shoulders, on people's head. And he went. For him to get to the chariot, the door wasn't open. He was able to be lifted, and he entered into the chariot, not by the door. The chariot doesn't have door. He just flew the air. The wind picked him up. And
I think we should pray for this man instead of praying for South Africans. He said in his first one, went through the door of the chariot. This one, he said the chariot does not have a door. Which one are we talking about now? Let's continue.
the sun, and there is a cloud all over his head, a very white cloud that is full of whiteness. And he began to move up, and his clothes were not burning. This one, his clothes became a very big cloud over the nation of Nigeria. And the Lord said, this one will cover his kingdom. And while he was still going, and I saw what I call the dark cloud, the atmosphere change. For those people who were so much happy seeing him going and touching them, being impacted by him, and I saw those people under the cloud. So even the Christians, the born again, who were in another area, and they were like saying, oh, let him go, church business is closed, no more church business, the church will be shut down. And I saw darkness, and I saw darkness upon those youth, and those darkness was upon the youth, and the rain was falling. Whosoever this rain touches on its head, and it fell on its face so much, the person falls down and died. They keep falling and dying. They keep falling and dying. And I asked the Lord, why will all this happen? He said, I am trying to divide my people and the general people. What could this mean?
I think this one needs our prayers. And the Nigerians or the whole world, I keep telling you, know God for yourself. This is bullshit, this is rubbish, and many people have watched it. That's why I brought it here, to educate my people. There's nothing he says that is biblical, nothing biblical at all. I see you on my next video. Bye for now.